Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Arkham Draft and Die, where the altars may be bloody indeed. We are here for Blood on the Altar, the fifth, and I would say the turning point of the Dunwich legacy. This is where we determine if all of the weird story assets and allies that we have been rescuing or failing to rescue are actually going to be added into anyone's decks, or if they're all going to die horribly and end up being in very bad positions later. In addition, some of our own allies may be at risk. There's a lot of different potential possibilities, so we'll definitely get into that. First things first, we have to build our decks, which I think I just did. Yep, I just set them down. So we got the new everything set up. I did determine exactly what was going on with Rex's missing experience, and I'm glad to see it wasn't like an incorrectly assigned experience or anything like that. I forgot to include a magnifying glass the second time that I drafted a magnifying glass, and then I drafted a third magnifying glass, which I'm sure that YouTube will notice that before I do, effectively, but I will definitely be putting that extra experience into Rex's next encounter. For now, I'm going to bank it, and we're just going to keep one unspent experience and zero for Nathaniel. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into Blood on the Altar. We got our decks. I guess we have to technically do the initial draw before we do our setup, which is just a weird feature of this game, but here we go. Solano, burning. Okay, decks are not shuffled yet. You can tell because I'm getting nothing but pairs. All right. Elder Sign, Burning Midnight Oil, Inquiring Mind, Unexpected Courage, and I've got a plan. Early access to very powerful question mark skills is pretty good for Rex because it allows him to do some things that are pretty helpful for grabbing clues, but it'd also be really, really good to actually get some cards that I would say can actually find Rex things other than clues. Oh, those should be set aside. We draw 3. Okay, got painkillers, which will heal Rex's damage. Hyper awareness, which will give Rex the ability to pass tests better. We get to keep Inquiring Mind, but we don't have any book boosters, notably, which is a bit of an unfortunate time. All right, checking on Nathaniel. Hi, what's up? 5. Oh, right. Gotta shuffle everybody's decks. Just gotta keep remembering to do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Tommy Malloy can't be drawn, but level 2 Boxing Gloves sure can. Brother Xavier seems fine. Vicious Blow is pretty good. Monster Slayer is pretty good. I would like to have Greet Wagner if I can get access to her, but I mean, honestly, this is a pretty strong start. We get the Boxing Gloves, which allow us to pick up spirits as much as we like. We get Brother Xavier, which allow us to, I mean, I could throw back Brother Xavier and try to find Greed or something like that, but extra will might end up being useful depending on the thing. It also might end up with like Brother Xavier getting kidnapped, but we'll see. It looks like it's going to be Emergency Cash Boxing Glove Xavier, and then still have a way to fight and also a way to deal extra damage, so I'm pretty excited about that. Definitely going to say just yes to this. I don't think we're going to do any redraws there. All right, let's do the review. Let's do the scenario. When you finally reach Dunwich, you are greeted by Zebulon Whately and Earl Sawyer, another man from the village who had met Dr. Armitage during the incident several months ago. Things ain't looking too good here, Earl tells you. Some folk went up and went missing a few nights ago, and dim whippoorwills won't shut up. Don't know what you're doing here, but last time you Arkham folk came around, it was bad news. Very bad news. His eyes blink rapidly, and he coughs and looks away. Look, why don't you rest for the night and look for whatever it is you're looking for tomorrow? Zebulon chimes in, putting a wrinkled hand on your shoulder. You begin to protest, but your aching muscles and weary mind won't allow you to refuse. The elderly man offers to take you in for the night and drives you to his home at the outskirts of Dunwich Village. The town is disheveled and eerie, and you find yourself wishing you hadn't come here at all. You fall asleep on the ride over and scarcely remember anything else from that night. When you awaken, you find that Zebulon's house is abandoned, and there is no sign of the elderly man or of Mr. Sawyer. Fearing the worst, you head into the village of Dunwich to investigate, hoping to find answers. Gather all the cards from the following encounter sets, put the village commons into play. Each investigator begins playing the village commons. Remove one of the other 2 copies. Choose the remaining 6 locations. Okay. Move one of the 2 copies of each other location from the game. Then choose one of the 6 remaining locations at random. Remove them from the game as well. Put the remaining locations into play. Okay, and there's also some other stuff, I think, with Return to where you have more locations or something like that. The original Village Commons is now replaced with Silent Decay. Okay, cool, we got that. And the new locations also include additionals, and there's a place locations button, which I assume will just set it up for us. Sweet, awesome, good. Check the campaign log, gather cards for each character who was kidnapped according to your campaign log. Form a face-down list of potential sacrifices, consisting of each of those cards along with the Zebulon Whately card and the Earl Sawyer card. Okay, so 5 possible potential sacrifices. Who's been kidnapped? Warren Rice and Francis Morgan. I assume that Henry Armitage is fine, so he's not in the potential sacrifices, but everybody else is. Cool, easy enough. Set the following cards aside out of play. If the investigators were delayed in the way to Dunwich, you had a doom. If the O'Banion gang has a bone to pick, then they follow you to Dunwich. You have to add Naomi's crew. Otherwise, you shuffle that, and then you randomly deal. Take the previous side hidden chamber and key to the chamber cards, along with the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Shuffle them, randomly deal 1 card face down under each location in play, except the village commons, which, looks like they're already there. Cool. All right, so we've got to face down everything. The hidden chamber. So there is a hidden chamber, which only has a revealed side and has a revelation effect when it puts it into play when drawn. So the goal is to find the hidden chamber, and we will assumably find out how to do that as we go along, or it might be in the act deck. Agenda 1A, Strange Disappearances. Your welcome in Dunwich has been cold. A string of disappearances has left the already aloof townsfolk on edge. Most of them look at you with distrust, and few are willing to help you in your investigation. Who knows what will happen if you don't find the location of the missing townsfolk soon? The disappearances in town may be related to the events in Arkham. You suspect something awful is afoot. You must find where the missing townsfolk are being held in order to unveil this conspiracy. When an investigator enters the hidden chamber, advance. The agenda advances at 6 doom, notably. All right, so everybody's beginning play in the village commons. We are going to take our cards here and put them over there. It's hard to prevent the impression of a faint malign odor about the village of Street, as of the massed mold and decay of centuries. Each investigator at the village commons cannot take, draw, or resource actions. There are also no clues here, notably. Oh, interesting. The Congregational Church is connected in a weird way. The general store is, also connected in weird ways. Huh. Okay, this is very unusual. Cool. So, with that, I think we're ready to go. Rex has kind of a meh thing going on at the moment. I might play hyper-awareness and then just move, or I might move and see if I can find clues. The schoolhouse. With its crumbling rooftop and rat-infested walls, is hardly even a house, let alone a schoolhouse. Sure, let's go there. While you're in the schoolhouse, you can't commit skill cards to skill tests. There's only 1 clue here, and if there are no clues here, you draw the encounter card underneath Schoolhouse, scribble it once per game. Okay, I can't commit skill cards to skill tests, but I could play Hyper Awareness and then investigate with all of my remaining resources. 1, 2. Burning the Midnight Oil, gain 2 resources. What's the hard expert? There's a -4. There's many -4s, but not that many -5s. We're going to invest the resources. We might want to go 5 in, but I think 4 in is fine. All right, so investigating 8 against 4. -2 succeeds. We pick up the 1 clue on this location. We actually get an additional clue, but doesn't matter for Rex right now. And if there are no clues, you can draw the encounter card underneath Schoolhouse. That's like a reaction ability. I moved, did a thing. I don't think I want to draw that. I think I want Nathaniel to draw it, but it's possible I could draw it anyways. Well, let's think about that. I think I'm more interested in Nathaniel doing it, but yeah, it's interesting. All right, no, yeah, let's just go ahead and have Rex draw it. So, reaction ability, draw the encounter card underneath Schoolhouse. What is it? Eager for Death. Test 2 will. Increase this skill test by 1 for each damage on you. If you fail, take 2 horror. Okay, so that's a 3 will right now. There's not a clue at our location, so we can't commit Inquiring Mind. I could commit Painkillers, but, I mean, it's just 2 horror. We're probably fine. 3 against 2. Oh, wait, no. Actually, 2 against 2. We fail, we take 2 horror. Okay, well, Rex went to school and discovered he's eager for death, which really is the Arkham draft and die way. Nathaniel can go to the Bishop's Brook and see if there's anything cool going on there, or he can stick with Rex. I think either of those options are good, but actually I think Nathaniel's primary turn here is Emergency Cash, Brother Xavier, Boxing Gloves. And that's the whole turn. And yep, Seeker's done their turn as well, so we go to the enemy phase. Nothing happens. Upkeep, resource and a card. Resource and a card. Beat Cop. Cool. That's an additional fight, and we can play that pretty easily. Oh, we also have to pay for our cards. There we go. Should be good. 5, 6, 7. We were at 8. And gain 1 from upkeep. Yep, cool, cool, cool. All right. Remember to pay for things. And with that, we go to Mythos. Enemy upkeep. Mythos. The Doom goes to 1. The encounter cards are dealt, starting with Nathaniel. Rotting Remains, test 3 will. Not much I can do about that. 3 against 3. Monster Slayer would give us a single question mark. It's 4 against 3, I guess. 4 against 3 ain't bad. Monster Slayer would be nice because we don't want to take a lot of horror, but Brother Xavier's here. Let's just test it. -2 fails. We'll put a horror on Brother Xavier. Okay. Rex. Unhallowed Country. You can't play ally assets. At the end of your turn, test 3 will. If you succeed, discard Unhallowed Country. Okay, that's fine for the moment. Would suck if it were something other than us, but as it stands, we're not really in a lot of trouble here. Okay, that's Mythos phase. Investigation. Rex, the House in the Reeds seems right. I think the ordering is House, Congregational Church, back to the Commons potentially, and then the Bishop's Brook. House. Even the locals stay away from this half-sunken hovel. After the House in the Reeds is revealed, search the encounter deck for a Night Gaunt, spawn it in the Commons. That's annoying. There are no clues here. You draw the encounter card underneath House in the Reeds. Well, I mean, the investigation here is easy. It's 4. We can just burning the Midnight Oil and give it a shot. Gain 2, make it 5 against 1. -2 succeeds. We get this clue. And we get both clues, in fact. So that's action 1, action 2. We have 3 resources left for I've Got a Plan. Let's go ahead and flip House in the Reeds. Servant of Many Mouse spawns in any empty locations. After you defeat Servant of Any Mouse, you discover a clue at any location. Let's put it in Bishop's Brook then. In addition, when this is flipped, we also... Oh wait, after it's revealed. Oh, so I should have spawned that Night Gaunt immediately. Whoops. Search for a Night Gaunt. I thought it was after it was flipped, but no, it's after. Our Night Gaunts include Hunting Night Gaunt. And that's it. All right, Hunting Night Gaunt is going to spawn in the center area. That's very annoying, but we are prepared for it. Hi. It engages on Nathaniel. Okay, well, that's Rex's turn. Should definitely not have drawn this card, but it's fine. Nathaniel, hi. You got 4 damage here. You're fighting 5, 6. Oh, sorry, 5, 6, 7. Against 3. And we'll throw a Vicious Blow at that. 8 against 3. -2 succeeds. That's 1, +1 from Nathaniel. +1 from Monster Slayer, +1 from Vicious Blow. Bop. And Boxing Gloves. Search for a spirit. Top 9. Clean him out as a spirit. Stand Together as a spirit. 1-2 Punch as a spirit. 1-2 Punch is probably the best spirit, but I also really like Clean him out here, since it gives us a fight option that we can use on other characters. Okay, well that was Nathaniel's action 1. So if I move and fight, no, I'll take too much damage that way. That doesn't seem right. Oh wait, no, it's not actually all that bad. We can just put it on Brother Xavier, who we don't really want to live anyways. Sure, move. And do we clean them out here so we can play Beat Cop, or do we... This is our action 2, so our action 3 is going to be clean them out, I think. We want the resources, but we also don't really want to spend the action here. Or spend the event here, in case something else happens. Oh, we get to reveal this location, too. Each enemy at Bishop's Brook deals +1 horror while it is attacking. Okay, I don't like that. But it's fine. This thing has retaliate, so I think it's fine. Clean them out. 5 + 2 is 7. So that's going to be, what? 7 against 3. Hit it. -2 succeeds. We deal 1 damage to it. Okay. Pretty straightforward. That's the investigation phase. Enemy phase. This thing deals 2 and 1. All to Brother Xavier. 1, 2, and 1. Brother Xavier is definitely doing his job right now. Okay. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Dark Horse seems good here, actually, yeah. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Dodge. Don't hate it. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so we can cancel attacks now, which is awesome. That was upkeep. Mythos phase. Doom goes to 2. Wow. No, we only had 2 turns. Encounters. Whippoorwill spawns at Nathaniel's location. That's actually very annoying. Wait. I used clean them out. Did I not gain the resources off it? Because I had 2 for a beat cop, so I should be at 5. Yeah, I just forgot to gain the resources. I've cleaned them out. Okay. And then, Rex, Psychopop Song, Surge, and Peril. Nathaniel, I guess. That's rude as hell. Jesus. I don't like it. Rotting Remains. Do we have a clue to our location? Of course we don't. Can't get Will here really very easily, but Horror's not that hard to take at the moment, so 3 against 3. 0 succeeds, okay. Also, I have to test 3 against 3 for Unhallowed Country at the end of our turn. Skull is -1 for each location play with no encounter card beneath it, which is 3. So no, we don't succeed on Unhallowed Country. All right, that is Mythos phase, investigation. All right, we've got a very simple job here. Our first thing that we need to do is punch this Servant of Many Mouths. 5, 4, + 2 is 6 against 3. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's got to be the best way to do this. So 6 against 3. I don't like it, but I will take it. -4 fails, and it retaliates. So that's 2 and 1 from the attack of opportunity. Brother Xavier can only soak 1 of these, right? So let's soak the horror and take the damage. Oh god, that puts 4 damage on. Whee! But Brother Xavier dies, and he deals 2 damage to the Servant of Many Mouths. So you go away, and I discover a clue at your location. Good job, me. Next action, play Beat Cop. exhaust beat cop, deal damage to it to kill the whippoorwill. Psychic Pump Song is gone as well. Okay, and then... Oh, I could have dodged. That would not have been worth it, because Brother Xavier gives us the things we need. We're now like 2 against 3 here. Is there anything like super bad from failing? Reveal another token, place a doom on the current agenda. Yes, there's definitely something bad from that, so let's exhaust Boxing Gloves, because we defeated an enemy. Wait, did we defeat an enemy? Yes, because we dealt damage to them, so that defeats them. 1, 2, 3. Stand Together's good. 1-2 Punch is good. I like both. I think I'm into 1-2 Punch here. Just a strong card to have access to. Okay. That's Nathaniel's turn, right? Punch, Beat Cop. Beat Cop's a Lightning Bolt. So we have 1 left. You go to Osborne's General Store and see what's up. Doesn't put us any further away from Rex, so seems good. Can't gain resources while you're here. There are no clues here. You draw the encounter card beneath it once per game. Okay, so not great because we can't get resources here, but that's fine. Rex, hi. Congregational Church. After you reveal Congregational Search, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Kidnapped and draw it. Shuffle the encounter deck. Okay. Test 4-wheel at 4 speed. If you fail... Oh, Jesus. 4 damage if we fail? Okay. There's a clue at my location, so I'm going to give it Inquiring Mind to a speed test. That's 6 against 4. 7, 8 against 4. Elder Thing is a -3, and we place a doom on the current agenda, which it just places a doom. What in the actual hell? All right, cool. Just unavoidable doom. That's an entire turn loss to just making a test. Love it. But I don't take 4 damage, so I guess I'm happy with that. Eesh. Okay, action 2 played Dark Horse. That raises Rex's will to 4, 5, 3, and 4. I think I'm actually just gonna have to, like, once again, because this is like a hard one to keep track of. I'm just gonna put all 4 of those over Dark Horse. I don't want to have to constantly readjust. Okay, so with no resources, we have all that. We have that bonus. So the next thing to do is we're gonna test. I spent my 3 resources, right? For Dark Horse, yes. So test 5 books against 1. Yep, that's what we got. -2 succeeds by 2 or more, so I pick up both of these clues. Flip. Key to the chamber. That's mine now. All right, that's good ordering. I feel good about that. Enemy phase. No enemies. Upkeep phase. Resource and a card. Resource and a card. Stand together. Cool. Okay, so Rex wants to go to the general store to pick up clues there. Or to Bishop's Brook. Mythos phase. Doom goes to 4. We're doing okay so far. We might actually beat the Mythos if we're lucky. Encounters. Resurgent Evils. I'll take the top 2 cards. Kidnapped. That'd steal my beat cop. 4 will or 4 speed. I've got 3 will. And I could throw a stand together at it to make it 4 will. A dodge to make it 5. 5 against 4. 2 cards just to potentially pass kidnapped. But yeah, I want it. Let's do it. 0 succeeds. Nobody's getting kidnapped today. We gotta copy this boxing glove token. Apply to beat cup for 1. Thank you. Okay. Rex. Wait, did I get 2? Resurgent Evils. Hit a kidnapped. Okay, we didn't get 2, so I have to draw a second one. Strange Signs. Test 3 books. If you fail, add a clue from the token pool to your location. 2 clues instead if there are 3 and 4. Oh, that's annoying. It's 3 books, and we just have to get like a +1 to win. No problem. I'm Nathaniel. I ace book tests. I punched that book so hard that it learned me everything I needed. Nathaniel Cho. All right. Servant of Many Mouths spawns at any empty location. That's going to be this one, because that means that Nathaniel can go punch it. And that'll be the last 2 that we need. Okay. Cool. I drew a card, but then I committed it. Is that correct? Boy. All right. So Nathaniel's going to be like move, punch, punch, which he does have great punch, but that's kind of a big old thing. I think Rex should move first in that case. Wait, did I gain a resource? I almost certainly did from upkeep, which I should not have done. All right, Rex, you're up. I think we know what you're doing. You gained a resource, right? Yep. So... move, move. Investigate 5, 6 against 2. I'd really like to pass this, so Forbidden Knowledge might be thrown here. That's 7 against 2. I rather like that. Oh, I forgot to test the will. Okay, so before we test 7 against 2, let's test 3 against 3 will. That would have been drawn at the that would be at the end of our turn, so we would have had no resources. It's 4 against 3 will. -1 succeeds on Hallett Country is discarded. Okay, so back to the test at hand. 4, 5, 6, 7 against 2. -1 succeeds by 2 or more. Pick up both of these clues. Good job, Rex. Let's flip this. On Wings of Darkness, test 4 speed. If you fail, take a damage and a horror, then disengage from each night gaunt. Enemy engage with you and move to a central location. It's a 4 speed test for Rex, which it's just what it is. Yeah, can't do anything about it. It's gonna hurt. Okay, 4 speed test, ready? 4 against 4, because we're out of resources. -2 fails. Take 3 damage and a horror. Discard Psychopump's Song. Jump to the Village Commons, which I can't take draw resource actions here, but hey, whatever. Not having great luck with these encounters, which is a bit annoying, but we are still pretty close to clearing it. Nathaniel, hi. Move. Oh, it's 1 clue at any location. I didn't even realize. That's great. Punch. Six, 7, 8. -3 succeeds. 8 against 5. Yeah, that definitely succeeds. Do we want to punch it again, or do we want to use Beat Cop's action to finish it? I think I'll use Beat Cop's action to finish it here. Flip this. The Hidden Chamber, put to play. The location from which it was drawn are connected to each other. The door to the Hidden Chamber is locked. You can't enter the Hidden Chamber unless the key to the Hidden Chamber is attached to the Hidden Chamber. So, good job, Nathaniel. I think now you move into the Hidden Chamber, which is connected to the brook. I don't understand this connection. I think this must be like for something else. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So Nathaniel moves into the hidden chamber. We go to enemy phase, then upkeep, resource and a card. Evidence, nice. Resource and a card. Unexpected courage, nice. Mythos. The Doom goes to 5. Encounters are dealt. Sorted and Silent. That's 1 turn in which everyone at this location takes a horror. I can deal with that. Whippoorwill. That spawns at Rex's location. We're going to ignore it mostly, I think. Okay. We have not been choosing to not gain resources to Dark Horse, and I don't think we're going to choose to do that now, because Hyper-Awareness is just too good. And that's our encounters and our doom, so we go to the investigation phase. Rex, 1-2, open the hidden chamber. Wait, do we immediately advance? Wait, okay, so maybe I can't move Nathaniel in. Maybe I was supposed to take a draw action there. How does this key work? Okay, yeah, so Nathaniel actually has to take a draw action there instead of moving in. So Rex moves, and then attaches. Where'd it go? The hidden chamber is hidden. I hid the hidden chamber from myself. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, Nathaniel has to take a draw action here because he can't move into the chamber. Gets him the leadership, right. And then Rex moves. Did he get the... No, I definitely think... Yeah. Rex moves 1, then uses the attachment, then moves in for action 2. That's a victory 2 value location. And we advance. You find your way into the hidden chamber where you believe the missing folk are being held, but the horrors that confront you there fray the edges of your sanity. Bound by chains in a secluded corner of the room is an unspeakable creature with the face of a man. It wheezes and wrestles to free itself as it notices your entrance. The many mouths covering the creature's body are covered in blood and gristles of meat, so it were feeding recently. With a hideous croak, the creature speaks with 7 mouths. Then it lurches forward as though to grab you, and several of its chains snap. Reveal each unrevealed location, move all clues in play to the hidden chamber, including those on the investigator. Spawn the set-aside Silas Bishop enemy in the hidden chamber. Wait, move all clues in play. Oh, okay. That's 8 clues. That seems right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nathaniel's got 1. 9 clues. Okay. Chamber of the Beast. The pitiful beast lunges to grab you with slimy arms, its many jaws snapping in hunger. Killing it would be merciful, but perhaps there's something else to discover about this creature. Silas Bishop is defeated. Resolution 1. If there are no clues in the hidden chamber, you can also advance. Silas Bishop? That's Henry Armitage. Hired gun. Silas Bishop. Massive. Can't make attacks of opportunity. It's got 12 health. And it deals 2 and 2. Okay, Rex, how fast can you clear this? Not fast enough, for sure. Is it better to let somebody be set? Well, somebody's going to get sacrificed regardless. Either the Hidden Chamber or Silas Bishop are 2 victory points each. I couldn't evidence to do the things I needed to do, could I? No. Oh, but Notably Sorted and Silent is actually on the Bishop's Brook. So that's kind of cool. I think we do take a multi-pronged approach here. Rex, you're investigating. 4, 5. You're gonna spend your resources on this? I think throw an Unexpected Courage at this. No. 5, 6 against 3, because the hyper awareness gives an additional 1. 6 against, oh man, 6 against 3 isn't enough though. Okay, keep your resource, throw your unexpected courage. That's still 6 against 3. It's worth it though. Yeah, unexpected courage gets thrown. Where is it? I guess I drew it into Nathaniel's hand. Okay, so Rex's last action, we're investigating 6 against 3. 7, 8 against 3 feels... Nah. -2 succeeds by 1, so we get 1 clue. Annoying. Please draw 1. Thank you. All those clues. All right. Yeah, that's rough, but fine. Nathaniel. Move. Engage Silas. Wait, no, massive monsters. Shoot. Okay, I can't engage Silas. So move. Oh no, I thought I had cancel. I also thought I... move, draw a card? Gain a resource. Gain a resource, 1-2 punch. So this is automatic success, 2 damage. And we punch again at +3, +2, +1, plus, yeah, a lot, 10. -4 against 3. That's an additional 2 damage. 3 damage. So that puts it up to 5. Silas has 12 health, so that's not perfect, but it'll do. Okay. Yeah, this was not what I was hoping for, but we'll make it work. Enemy phase. I really thought I had a cancel. One of those horrors goes on beat cop, but yeah. Daniel is, or Rex is really hurting. Upkeep, resource and a card. Resource and a card. Deduction, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, that's really good. I think we're killing Silas Bishop, though. We're too low otherwise. Encounter. Servant of Many Mouths, spawns anywhere. Whatever. Let's put it over here, I guess. We could put it in the middle area, because then, like... Is it faster to try and gain clues? We can pick up 4 this turn, and then pick up another one and then another one. That puts us to 6. Nathaniel's got evidence for defeating an enemy. Oh, during the enemy phase, the Whippoorwill moved here, so the Serpent Many Mouse can't spawn there. Dang, that's unfortunate, because if it could, then we'd have an interesting out. We could, like, drag the enemy in and then evidence it. Am I in Mythos? What the hell's going on? I spawned the Servant of Many Mouths. But I didn't deal doom. We have to flip the agenda. Whippoorwills gather among the gambrel roofs of Dunwich and begin to shriek in jubilation. The people of Dunwich believe that the presence of whippoorwills foreshadows somebody's imminent death. Do they long for your death, or is the victim someone else? If there are 3 or more potential sacrifices, choose one of them at random and place it underneath the agenda deck without looking at it. That person's dead. As the sun sets, the frightened townsfolk retreat into their homes and lock their doors. It's clear to you that many of them know more than they are letting on. A sickening feeling turns over in your stomach as the village's true nature becomes clear. Okay. And then encounter for Rex. Resurgent Eagles. We'll take the doom. Yep, no, that's definitely right. We can't have Rex take damage here. Okay. We have the Necronomicon. Silas Bishop is 7 to evade, but can't take attacks of opportunity. Okay. All right, Rex, to start. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. And 9 from Dark Horse. Against 3. 0 succeeds by 2 or more. Pick up 4 clues. 1, 2, 3, 4. Action 2, move out. I should have left a resource for painkillers. Action 2, we're going to investigate again. 5 against 3? Yeah. Throw a leadership at that. Or an evidence? An evidence. 7 against 3. -1 succeeds. Pick up 1 more clue. And then action 3, we're going to move out so we don't die. Hello, Whippoorwill. Okay, Nathaniel. I think you keep punching the monster just in case. No, I'm pretty convinced Rex can do this. Move. Engage the Whippoorwill. And punch the Whippoorwill. We're not even going to beat cup it, because beat cup gives us soak. -3 from 5, 6, 7, 8 is 7. -3, 4 against 2. Succeeds. Whippoorwill's dead. Top 9. Monster Slayer, clean them out. 1-2 punch again. 1-2 punch is probably the best option there. Did I pay for my previous 1-2 punch? I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to matter because we're still going to go up to 2-4 resources, so deal with that if it happens to be a thing. Yeah, well, let's just pay for it. Seems correct. Okay, that's investigation phase. Enemy phase. Silas Bishop does not move or do anything, just stays there. The Whippoorwills are gone. Thurman Minnie Mouse doesn't do anything. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Dr. Milan. Resource and a card. Crete Wagner. Okay. Upkeep. That was upkeep. Mythos. Doom goes to 2. Encounter cards. Whippoorwill. Unhallowed Country. No allies again. It's just in my threat area. And the Whippoorwill's on Nathaniel. I might cop that. Investigation. Okay. No time for actions. Rex, move. Investigate 5, 6, 7, 8 against 3. A bless succeeds by +2. We pick up 2 clues. We're now 5 against 3 to succeed. If we succeed, we win. I should have had Nathaniel move with me. Nathaniel, can you actually make a book test? 2 plus 3 is 5 against 3 as well. Not sure. Move, investigate. I have to investigate 5 against 3 here, unless I really want to move out again. I'm not in a huge amount of trouble, but I am going to take a lot of damage here. What are the penalties for failure? If you fail at a clue from the token pool to your location. Yeah, I shouldn't have moved. I should have just done this. Okay, it's fine. Step back. Okay, Nathaniel, you're just going to engage and punch the Whippoorwill again. So that's action 1, action 2. Punch. A bless gets the big 1-2 punch back. So now we got a backup plan if we fail. I can just move 1-2 punch, 1-2 punch. Enemy phase. I'm really worried about Mythos. Boxing gloves. Deduction. Okay. Just gotta make it through the Mythos. Encounter. On Wings of Darkness for Okay, that's a 4-speed test. We're already at a central location? We are not. And we can't help you with anything if we don't pass this. I'm not going to pass this. -3. Take a damage and a horror, move to a central location. Zoop. Hunting Night Gaunt. Okay. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. I don't think. Yeah, pretty simple to deal with. Investigation phase. Nathaniel, move. Engage Hunting Night Gaunt. This is dangerous. Well, not that dangerous, actually. I think we're just going to drag it in here. Yeah, that seems correct. So take a damage and a horror. Possibly put it on B cup. Nah, I'm okay. Okay, Rex, move. Investigate. Deduction. Spend a resource here, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8 against 3. That has to succeed, right? Yeah, unless I auto-fail. And if that's the case, we've got leaderships to try again. -1 succeeds. Grab the last clue. There are no clues on the hidden chamber. Despite the danger, you brave the beast's horrifying presence and investigate further before killing it. What you find confirms your worst suspicions. Several journal entries written by a Seth Bishop describe the process of feeding the creature in horrifying detail. Tomatoes at first, then small game, then cattle, and then finally human sacrifices. But the most disturbing part is that Seth calls the creature by its name, Silas. If the Necronomicon is in play, Resolution 2, otherwise Resolution 3. Okay, Resolution 2. With the creature that once was Silas lashing out at you from its chains, you have little time to react. Knowing that the Necronomicon might have a spell or incantation that can subdue Silas, you fend off the abomination long enough to find a passage that can help. With no time to spare, you recite the Latin incantation and find that the words come effortlessly to your tongue, as though recalled from an earlier memory. The creature's body begins to shrink and melt away as the incantation builds, its cries terrifying and haunting. In the end, all that is left is a disfigured corpse of a man, Silas Bishop. You find a silver pendant emblazoned with an odd constellation tucked into his shirt. You take it with you, hoping to find a use for it. In your campaign log, record the investigator's restored Silas Bishop. In your campaign log, under Sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth, record the names of each unique card under the agenda deck. Each of those cards are removed from all players' decks and can no longer be included in any player's decks for the remainder of the campaign. Who is eaten? Earl Sawyer. Okay. That's rough. But that's Earl, which, honestly, I'm not sure any of us would have included Earl anyways. Okay. So, all the Miskatonic allies survived. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. 2 bonus experiences he or she gains insight into the hidden world of the mythos. So that is what? Victory values. It's just the hidden chamber. I wonder if there were there victory point enemies? I didn't see any. Dunwich is stingy. Yeah, Osborne's general store didn't have any. I wonder if any of the alternate locations had them. Nope. Yeah, no, just no good anythings. Interesting. Regardless, that's 4 experience, so 5 for Rex, since we didn't spend all of our experience. And we get to proceed to the Interlude 2, the survivors. Inside the chamber that contained the terrible beast, you find the missing townsfolk and others from Arkham. They are bound and shackled. You also find several documents that suggest the creature you found isn't the only one of its kind in Dunwich. You freed the creature's victims from their bonds, and they offer you their thanks. Begin to plan your next move. Check the campaign log for each of the following 5 characters who are not listed under Sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth. Read their associated passage. When you are done, proceed to Scenario 5, Undimensioned and Unseen. Dr. Henry Armitage is not listed. It is far worse than we thought, Dr. Armitage says, pale and trembling. Wilbur Whately was only the beginning. There were more, many more, in Dunwich, who knew of the great old ones, and who desired power and knowledge above all else. The earth be damned! I knew I should have burned that wretch's journal, but thanks to its contents, I know how we can stop them. We are the only ones who can. Now quickly, help me with the solution. The powder is the key. Yes, the powder is the only way. In your campaign log, record that Dr. Henry Armitage survived the Dunwich Legacy. If the Dr. Henry Armitage card is not already on an investigator's deck, any one investigator may choose to add that card to his or her deck. It does not count towards that investigator's deck size. The powder of Benghazi is not already on an investigator's deck. Any one investigator can choose that to add that card to his or her deck. Okay. So Henry Armitage and the powder of Ibn Ghazi are earned. Warren Rice. If Warren Rice is not listed under sacrifice to Yog Sothoth, Professor Rice adjusts his glasses and studies the documents and arcane manuscripts left in the chamber. I thought this nightmare was over and done with, he sighs, but we have a duty to see this through. We have to stop these creatures, or it won't be just Dunwich in trouble. The powder mixture Armitage created to see the creatures will be our saving grace, he explains, and sets off to the task of recreating the powder. Warren Rice is added, and we get the powder of Ibn Ghazi. Wait, do we get to do that twice? I think there's only one powder of Ibn Ghazi card, would be my guess. Yeah, so just one of them, and we're probably going to put it in Exhausted. Yeah, it's going to be in Rex's deck. Okay, Francis Morgan is not listed under sacrifice to Yog Sothoth. Thank you for everything you've done, Dr. Morgan says, taking count of your provisions and ammunitions. No, actually, let's flip these cards as well. So, Armitage we already have. Oh, he's not in the list of potential sacrifices. But we did... Okay, I shouldn't have put him in... I think... No, I did take him out, I think. Okay, regardless. Warren Rice is a book. He's going to go in our deck as well. All right. Francis Morgan. Thank you for everything you've done, Dr. Morgan says, taking count of your provisions and ammunition. Last time we needed some of that strange powder. Okay, so everybody just gives us powder. Cool. Zebulon Whately. Dunwich has had its fair share of oddities, Zebulon explains to you with a quavering voice, but I ain't never seen anything as sick and twisted as this thing. He gives the creature's remains one last sickened glance before closing the door to the chamber behind him, shuddering. He locks eyes with you, his expression grim. Well, whoever done this gotta pay. I'll do all I can to help. In your campaign log, record that Zebulon Whately survived the Dunwich Legacy. Any one investigator may choose to add the Zebulon Whately card to his or her deck. It doesn't count towards that investigator's deck size. Okay, so Zebulon Whately, I think, is a will tester. Would be okay in Silas's deck. Where is Zebulon? How's he not in the list of potential sacrifices? I don't know. Mysteries. Regardless, we have Zebulon, Francis, Earl, and Armitage, and probably what's going to end up happening is that Zebulon and Francis are going... Oh, we don't have Earl. Zebulon and Francis are going to go into Nathaniel's deck, and Armitage and Warren Rice are going to go into Rex's deck. Warren Rice might actually end up being better than Dr. Mon Christopher for Rex, because Rex can use those extra cards really well, and we'll get a lot of them. So, plus I think he gets books from the Necronomicon, which I may have forgotten to put in the deck. I'm not sure. Regardless, we'll be pretty excited to put those in as well. All right, so that's it. 5 and 4, and we move on to the next scenario. So far, this has just been like aces. We've been doing really, really well on hard. It doesn't look like we're adding any tokens or anything yet, so let's just jump right into the drafting. 56 minutes. Yeah, we got time to just do it, so let's get it done. Okay, close. 5 experience. Let's go. Upgraded Forbidden Tome, which we can't take because it's a puzzle box. Seeking Answers. Decent investigation option. If I have to take one of these, we're going to take Seeking Answers for sure. That seems pretty useful, because paired with deductions, we can do stuff like be at a place with 3 clues, investigate with Seeking Answers, discover 2 clues somewhere else, and then pick up 3 extra clues in our location. That seems fine. Expose Weakness is useless, because Nathaniel already kills everything, and Forbidden Tome can't be upgraded, so... Charisma! Yep. Never not good. Library doesn't just not come into play. Alright, Seeking Answers in Charisma. So this is going to be an interesting one for Rex. I think we forgot to put the Necronomicon in. Yep. So let's go ahead and do some wild upgrades, shall we? 5 XP. And we're going to put in, whoa! We're going to put in Warren, Rice, in Necronomicon. Which one is it? Let's just find it. Necronomicon. We didn't lose it. We definitely got it. I guess it's probably under the Necronomicon. There we go. Gives us the ability to gain resources on action and gives us a book. Both really useful. Armitage is already in the deck. Zebulon can be in the deck now that we have Charisma, but I think we're okay. Charisma. This is the Charisma set. We want Charisma. Seeking Answers. We've already got one, so we're going to take 2. And now we get to cut a card. Probably Soleno Fragments, since the Necronomicon just does that same thing, but doesn't hurt us quite as badly. I like it. And that's our upgrades. That's pretty straightforward. Don't forget the Necronomicon. It's an important thing. All right, restart. Nathaniel Cho. We were hiding it in a back pocket earlier so that nobody would steal it. Same thing, same taboo list. Let's go. I mean, yes. There's no world where we don't have both 1-2 punches fully upgraded, right? Monster Slayer is very cool too, but I mean, this is gross. Yeah, 1-2 punch is disgusting, and there's absolutely no reason we wouldn't take that. Okay. A solid 5. Wait, no, Nathaniel doesn't have 5 experience. I have 4 experience for Nathaniel. I messed up, so I can't actually take that. Oh, that's a bummer. That would have been a really good offering. But no, taboo list, 2021, and reset everything. 4 XP. Do we want to wait until we have 5 XP so that we can get that second 1-2 punch? We wouldn't be guaranteed it. Does Nathaniel need anything? I'm going to go 4 XP. There's got to be something we want. Emergency Cash, that's great. That's really, really strong. Counterpunch, that's great. That's really, really strong. Vicious Blow, that's great. That's really, really strong. Emergency Cash gets us more events faster, which we like. It also forces us to draw a card, which is not always great. There are worlds where we don't want to get our weakness. I don't think we've seen Tommy Malloy once. So, like, you know, that's notable. I would say both Counterpunch and Vicious Blow are great here. Having a lot of spirits really, really helps. Counterpunch is notably like a really, really good option if you want to deal a lot of damage to something. And, you know, we're kind of really working through that, aren't we? I don't think I need physical training anymore, so taking a Counterpunch would just up my spirits even more. I'm into it. Mono a mono again? Or Emergency Cash? I mean, mono a mono is still disgusting. I think Emergency Cash might be better here. Also, we can replace a card that we don't have with Emergency Cash, which, yeah, okay. We'll take a cash here. That seems great. Okay, so upgrades here. 4 experience. Let's add Warren. We gotta add Waitley. Wrong Warren. I'm looking for Francis anyways. Dr. Francis Morgan, come on in. Are you using Armitage? Oh, I've forgotten that. Okay. Great Wagner, B Cup. I mean, we have just so many allies right now. Great Wagner is starting to look like something we might want to ditch eventually. The clues from her are still really good, and she's still very strong at what she does. Boxing gloves, Randall Cho. Physical training is going to go. I think I might cut a Greet since we have Francis now. We could just upgrade Emergency Cash to get the card draw. since most of our other cards are reducing in cost, not increasing in cost. Oh, let's cut an evidence. That seems like the easiest way to get that done. Standard cards, emergency cash. Evidence is not a... Yeah, emergency cash 2. And the other one we want is counterpunch, which we got. Correct? Nope, haven't put that in yet. Counterpunch. Cut the... Oh, we already did. Okay, so that should be everything. Minus physical training, minus an evidence, up a Francis Fortune, up a counterpunch, up an emergency cash, and potentially up a Zebulon Waiting. What do you do, Zebulon? You provide a 4 sanity soak and a will bonus and a card draw. I think that's fine. We'll take you. Okay, that is a lot of random star assets. I guess those are story assets. Pretty brutal, pretty ridiculous. Looks lovely. Good upgrades all, and we'll try to get ourselves up to 5 XP for the next one, but that seems like we kind of did it. So this deck's looking really strong, and I'm excited to see what the next one's like. All right, that's it for the draft. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time with more. Blood on the Altar is always kind of a short one because like the main thing that you're trying to find out is like whether or not any of your allies are lost. It's interesting. Since you can save... It's 3 or more on the pile. So if you can rescue Warren and rescue Armitage, I think you have to rescue all 3 of them. If you rescue all 3 of them and you can pass will or speed tests, no one will get sacrificed and you'll have an entire 6 extra rounds before somebody gets eaten. But the main disadvantage to that is that if you rescue both of them, you definitely get a token for the rest of the game, at least 1 token, if not 2. And it's going to be the star. It might actually be the tablet. It's going to be bad, basically. But, yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's very interesting. Because, like, negative tokens are probably much worse than, like, not getting allies. These are strong allies, to be sure, but yeah, it's interesting. Regardless, both of our characters are now charismatic, so we have a small army of useful allies available, which is really, really sweet. I could certainly be encouraging myself to use... I could maybe swap. I don't think I'm actually allowed to trade characters, so... but beyond that, we've done everything we want to do. We've got that Necronomicon, which we're super excited about, and probably should have put that in the train campaign, but I was too flabbergasted by the missing experience. Everything really turned out well, though. That Seeking Answers is like not an amazing card, but it's good enough, and everything else we've got is really, really solid. Oh, this commits for 2 speed and a book. Very interesting. Okay. Regardless, we're ready to go. I have been M. You can find me on Twitch TV/Locopojo or Twitch TV/Locopojo or my YouTube also Locopojo. And we're also posting regular stuff on Reddits and Twitters and all of those things. Find me there under LOCOPOJO for the time being, but not for too much longer. All right. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.